Hi, I'm Eric. I found my phone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to do something a little different in favor of procrastinating editing a sad reaction video. So we're going to be following a prompt from a YouTuber I really like. That YouTuber is Mike's Mike, a YouTuber that I really got into during the pandemic and made me want to revitalize my channel. And as of filming yesterday, he posted a video entitled Ranking 200 Pop Girl Album Covers, and I would like to do that challenge that he proposed for us. But also with that territory, because I'm using his tier maker, there might be some albums that you're like, Eric, that's not even an album, that's a song, or why did you not include artist XYZ or album XYZ? And I'm here to say I'm using the exact template. I'm going to use all of them. And if I don't know an artist, it's unlikely that it's going to be at the very top because I don't know if that album fits the vibe. Now, some album covers don't have to fit the vibe if they're that good. So there is that too. But yeah, that's where we're going to be at. Also, because it's over 200 albums, I'm unlikely to talk about all of them. I've already filmed 30 minutes of this video twice, but I was using my work Mac computer and the screen recording, apparently it just wanted to fully crash after 30 minutes of filming, which sucked. So we're doing it on my regular PC. That should hopefully work in this case, but I will not be trying to overwhelm it for 3 hours. And I don't want to overwhelm you all with such a long video. I know I tend to ramble and talk for a long time, so I want to make it a little more efficient. But yeah, I think that's everything. So with that, let's get into the tiers. So at the bottom, we have Not My Thing, and I think that's pretty self-explanatory, especially if you've seen my reaction videos where I put my bottom songs down there. It doesn't mean that it's a bad album cover. It's just not an album cover that's for me. I just probably don't like it. Then there's Met, which is generally a missed opportunity, or if I feel like they're being a little lazy, especially considering the repertoire of that artist's other album covers. Then there's Great, an inoffensive album cover. Doesn't really speak to me heavily, but it's there. Then there's Awesome, which is, wow, you did something here. I like that. And then there's Perfect, which is like, wow, you did something there. I love that. Does that all make sense? Anyway, let's just dive right in. So luckily for returning fans who love my Mitski reactions, we do get to rank Be the Cowboy. And that's the only album that Mike put for Mitski, so that's a little disappointing. But I actually disliked this album cover at first, but over time I've grown to like it, and I think it really fits with the fact that Mitski evolved so much for this album to happen. Electra Heart goes straight to Perfect. That's a gorgeous album cover. It's perfectly vintage, but gives the feeling that it could be a little electric. I don't know why I think that, but it just does. Jessie Ware's What's Your Pleasure goes into Met, and it's only because of those white lines. I hate them so much. They just mess up the vibe for me. If only it were square. This album's from an artist I don't know. I think it's nicely aligned, but it's not much to write home about, so that's where I'm putting my first grade. And then Arina Sawayama's Excess single, again, also all these artists probably have multiple albums, and some of them are just mixed up throughout the tier list. I didn't come up with it. I'm sorry if it bothers you that I'm not ranking all of one artist's discography at once. But the Excess single, I don't know. Her face is just creepy at me. I love that song so much. So that's how you can tell that the cover art is separate from the music. Putting in some albums that I don't actually know well, but dang, they have some cool, fun covers. Let's take a moment for Lana Del Rey. Now, she's not like a main pop artist when I think of pop. She's definitely considered a much more within the alternative scene, and so some of her covers are going to reflect that. However, that does not mean I have to like them all. So we'll put one of them where it belongs, and we're going to put the others where they belong to. However, what you think they belong to is maybe not where I think they belong to. I realize now that on the third time of putting some of these in, that I actually have changed my mind. Like Ultraviolence was in Meh before, but I don't know, the black, it does feel ultraviolent, doesn't it? One of my reasons for making this video is that I feel like Mike did Adele so incorrectly. 21 is the best of her album covers, and she goes downhill, I think. 21 just makes Adele feel so unbothered. 25 is like fine, but it is just her face. And then 30 is just so off-centered. It's in color, which is nice, but you just don't see much of her features. Like, she makes her hair blonde, but everything else is so, I don't know. Like, there was like a need for that color. I think she could have done a much more stunning cover that would have worked with this color scheme and would have been gorgeous, but she instead went for this, I'm not even looking at you, I am just looking to the right. Now let's talk about an OG person who put in black and white covers only to then go into color, which is Ariana Grande. There were probably people before her who did it too, but this is what I got. However, her color album, I don't know why, I just don't like this color scheme. I think her skin clashes with the background. I don't like much of that picture. I don't like the album all that much. It's better than when I first listened to it, but it still doesn't hit the same as like a Thank You Next, which is going to go to the top. The perfect embodiment of the album where it's like a little snapshot, doesn't take up the whole place. She's not trying to make a bunch of space. That purple is so Thank You Next colored. I don't know. Just in terms of my synesthesia and just the vibes of the songs, it just really works. Positions, I'm gonna say meh. It works with the album itself, but it just isn't that exciting. It feels like it should just be in black and white, but it's not. It gives a black and white feel while wasting my color ink. Now let's go into some more niche artists. Unfortunately niche. We have Sophie with Oil of Pearls Uninside. I'm going to put her in awesome because it's what she deserves. And then we're going to go into the kicks for Arca. And I know that kick 1 is gone. And I don't know why kick 1 is not there. Mike, why'd you do that? But kicks 2 through 5 are. And how much I like the album actually has nothing to do with the art at all. Because kick 4 is probably my least favorite of those albums, but its cover is the best. And kick 3, the album I probably like the most, is Scary in its cover. Kick 2 goes up there to awesome. While kick 5, it's fine. I feel like maybe the wheel shot might have been what I was thinking kick 5 would be. I also didn't think there was going to be a kick 5. And I don't know. This just doesn't give me the vibe of it. And considering we saw kick 2, kick 3, and kick 4 in order in the Prada Rakata music video, it feels weird that kick 5 kind of went back to the beginning of the music video. Ava Max's Heaven and Hell album gives too much space for the title, and I think also, I don't know, that photoshopping it's creepy of the two heads together. I don't really care for it, but it's not something that I'm so dreadfully opposed to. So there. Now as we get into Beyonce, I do want to say that the Renaissance cover does look amazing. However, I did not do a reaction to it for y'all because I wanted to think about it in more expansive ways on my own. I don't know, I don't think it would fit into a video that's worth watching, and I feel like I'd miss a lot of stuff as someone who does not have the same experience as Beyonce. But I did enjoy the album thoroughly, and I'm excited that she's back. Dangerously in Love is probably her best album cover. Wait, I meant to put Renaissance actually down in awesome. I'm sorry. I know that most of what Beyonce does is actually perfect, but I don't know. There's nothing of Beyonce's album like that perfectly encaptures the album feeling, but a lot of her album covers are just really striking. Beyonce's Self-Titled, I was originally going to put it down in meh because it's a missed opportunity, but I think if she's saying, oh, her name speaks for it all, and then it's just the music speaks for itself, I get it, but it's still not going to make me think it's awesome because I feel like that cheats out people who did do a photo shoot for their work. Oh no, we missed a Lana Del Rey album, Banisters. I like it. It has dogs. And definitely better than what the potential earlier cover would have been. It's time for some Britney. We're gonna put one more time down in meh. Not because it's horrible to stare at, but I don't know. She just looks like she's modeled to look like a middle schooler or an early high schooler, and I think she is like 18ish there, but I don't know, just with how like sensual those songs get, I don't know, it feels weird to make it look like, oh, I'm like so cute and wholesome. I do want to say that In the Zone, it is just it's not amazing to me. It is just a headshot of her. I get that it's iconic because Toxic is just iconic and the album itself is iconic. But the cover is actually, in my opinion, not anything special. Like, I could recreate the cover if I wanted to. I don't really feel like it, but I probably could, and so could you. I will say they were on a good streak in the late 2000s with Blackout and then Circus. I think both of those looked great. Then Femme Fatale just returns us to like, it's okay. Britney Jean, I just like that one in particular, just like within it, but it's nothing special. And then Glory, the album cover is awesome. I think it's beautiful. We're also getting into the point in which I'm probably gonna have to do pit stops within it because of just the nature of how many albums we have here. All right, let's get into some Charli XCX. So True Romance is Sucker is like, I just feel like they missed opportunities to market a pop star. Number One, Angel's fine. Pop 2, I like the album, and I think it's a gorgeous pose. I think it could be more futuristic or something to make it feel like, oh wow, we're really into the new era of pop. Charli Self-Titled is a gorgeous album cover, even though I don't really care too much about the album. Sorry. Crash is, wow. Like, I was low-key terrified of it, but like over time I realized, wow, that is just a perfect album cover for the album. I feel like people think the In the Zone cover is serving in the same way that the Crash album cover is, and it's not. Carly Rae Jepsen, okay, Emotion, I love that album. Its cover is just fine, but I do like the color scheme of it. It is gorgeous. I do like that she's surrounded by black, but has this very colorful shirt on because she's so full of emotion and all this color. That said, the layout of it keeps it, I think, from being amazing for me. Her recent album cover, though, the one that's dropping in October, and I'm going to see her in concert in September, so I don't know if she's going to play new songs or old songs or whatever. I have no idea, but I am very excited to see her, and I'm very excited to hear that album too. I can't put it into perfect because I don't know what the album sounds like. I've only heard Western Wind, so I don't know. We'll see where that takes us. All right, now time for Dua Lipa. I don't think she's had the best in terms of album covers. Her self-titled it's fine. Future Nostalgia, I only put it in meh. It's a fine album cover. It is fine. But I love the physical single cover. That would have been the most brilliant cover, and I think it would have been gorgeous. Yeah, I think that would be much more sustaining. Now, what I want to say about Doja Cat is that her album covers never miss. Her Amala cover, which is not here, is gorgeous. Her Hot Pink is definitely awesome. And then Planet Her is what Mike was calling a galactic slay. It's literally out of this world. I did not know that Mike knew who Queen Harvey was, but that's cool. Okay, so I actually put Capra songs already in great. And that's the best that FKA Twigs has given me because I'm a little scared of LP1. I'll still put it in great because it is a striking cover. Magdalene scares me, so it's gonna go straight to not my thing. That's honestly, like, if it scares me or it's just very visually unappealing for me, that's where it's gonna go into not my thing. You still hear how I have not heard the Flo Milli album. I've heard some new songs from it because Flo Milli came and performed at my college, which was amazing. And I just absolutely love the cover. I need to listen to both this album as well as her mixtape. Yeah, I think I need to see it and feel it myself. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? That is awesome. I actually dislike it, but I have to recognize very respectfully that it is an amazing cover, because it is. And very fitting for the album too. Bang Bang is a missed opportunity. I know it's a single, but whatever. Arch Android, if I could move it straight to the top, I would. But it's gonna get some breaks on the way, but it is gorgeous. It's Metropolis. She's not quite human. She's not quite Android. She's all this mix, and it's gorgeous. Ooh, another amazing. Caroline Polachek is also going to go straight to the top with her Pang album. That looks insane, and that album is also insane. Halsey's Manic album. Now, it's not If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power that would go probably to the front of Perfect, even though I'm not ranking with In Tears. I don't want to do it. But Manic is also a great album cover. I do love it. Mercurial World. The covers, I alternate between really liking it and really not liking it, which is also how I feel about the album. I either think this is genius or I'm like, this is just not my thing, and I think people are hyping it up too much. It changes by the minute. Rainbow, wonderful. It's perfect for that album. It has so many references to the album, and it's so imaginative and creative and colorful, just like Kesha is. This Hilary Duff album, I don't even know which Hilary Duff album it is. I literally don't know. I think Metamorphosis, but I don't know. I can't see it. It's too small, but it feels quintessential 2000s, so it has to be at least great. I actually don't like the When the Sun Goes Down album cover. I specifically remember that being one I just don't like. It doesn't scare me. It's just meh. I don't know. I feel like I would do something that's a little less posh. And how I was talking about the album cover for Future Nostalgia, the Moonlight Edition is better. It is. I think I like it not as much as I think I would, because the album cover and all these other promotional things had already happened. And I think making the deluxe later and some songs she just adds from like what she was doing were not as strong, and they just feel a little commercially. But that is a gorgeous album cover, and I think if it had been without the Dua Lipa on the side and no writing at all, yeah, or maybe just like more of a close-up and seeing that moon, I think I would like that better. I think I would like it better. That would be gorgeous because it would feel future and nostalgic. Let's have a moment for the girl, Rosalia. El Malquera is an iconic one. It's actually not really my favorite, but I get that it fits the album perfectly because it does. Motomami, on the other hand, is an iconic moment. I love it so much. It's gorgeous. It does fit the album very well. I reacted to it very recently, and I really enjoyed hearing all of it. I still have like standouts, definitely. I wouldn't listen to the whole album probably on my own again, but that album cover is incredible. I love it. I love that trend of them choosing to be scantily clad or without clothes on their own terms in a way that makes them feel confident and empowered. I do really love that. Okay, Slut Pop. That is definitely the perfect album cover for it, but it still just is just gonna go into great. These Mariah Carey albums, ooh, are those the same album but different poses, like different versions? Or is those two separate albums? I don't know. This one that's brighter is going to do better. It just is gonna be how it is. I love the Art Angels one. That's gonna go to A. Y'all keep thinking I probably am not liking them as much because at first they're gonna go to a different category than where they are. I really don't care that much for the Gwen Stefani album cover for Sweet Escape. I think it just has to do with the bob, as we can see with Selena and here. If it's just this bob, especially that isn't like definitely their general hairstyle, it's just not really my thing. Love Angel Music Baby though, that's an iconic cover. I actually don't even know what's happening in it. Is that just a throne? I don't know. But it is a very iconic cover, and it definitely is more unique. Let this be a lesson also that Billie Eilish does not miss. Happier Than Ever is a gorgeous one. It's nice and definitely a good contrast from her previous work. Okay, I think it's time for a quick Rina moment. I do like the Sawayama one. At first I didn't, but I think the more muted palette definitely does feel more regal and more generational, and so I think it fits. That said, her newest one, I actually really dislike the cover, and that's so unfortunate. I definitely am still reacting to the album, but I don't like the headpiece on it, and then this, I don't know, I don't like the shape. I did read about it because obviously there's going to be some lore behind an album cover like that. And it seemed interesting about like her going back to her youth and trying to console her younger self. It's her trying to find herself, and it's like bubbling and will come to the surface, gonna burst out. So that makes sense, but I don't know. That, and I don't know, I don't like that trend of artists deciding we're gonna pretend to be bald for a second. Case in point, I'm gonna take Lizzo's special album out here and I'm gonna put that there. I wish pretty much any other artwork from this era of Lizzo was used. It would be better. Not a ton of it was actually like my favorite. There's not something that she posted, even the alternative cover from Target. None of it I actually really particularly liked. It seemed, I don't know, too fancy, expensive. It felt like in Cause I Love You, if you're, you know, you're stripped down, like you are one of us. And then here it feels like party time, excitement, but at the same time, I don't know. This album cover feels like a flex, and I don't think Lizzo's the one to flex on us. Okay, Dirty Computer, that one goes straight up there. Janelle Monáe does not mess with an album cover. Yeah, I don't think she does. I need her to drop another one. Maybe then she could slip up. But no, this one's gorgeous. I don't have an explanation. It just is. You see it, I see it, we see it. Oh, look, there is more Kesha on here. Animal, it fits the vibe very well, though I am just going to put it in B. High Road, I don't understand the concept of the cover. I don't, but I think there probably is a main concept that makes sense, so I'm just going to put it in B. Ooh, Katy Perry has had a mixed bag, I think. Teenage Dream will start where it's good. That's not even saying that Teenage Dream is my favorite Katy Perry album, because it's not. But that album cover is perfect for what it is. The Complete Confection, we're still going to put as awesome. I don't know why. I just really vibe with that, and I think just because I really like some of the songs that are on the Complete Confection that are not on the original. Prism is fine. It just is. One of the boys, I think I just don't like the whole aesthetic of this project, so that just is going to be how it is. The Witness album cover scares me. I actually do like Witness. I actually do understand why Witness got the hate, but I did write my thesis in part about artists redefining their reputation, so I don't know, I have a little more sympathy, and I did like the music. Smile, horrible. Why is Smile that big? Oh, that is one of my distinct flops and the not my thing. Like, not only was it missed opportunity, you missed several opportunities there. Okay, time for Lady Gaga, and this is when all the queer people in the comments, as a queer person myself, will tell me I'm not. Because I like Lady Gaga, but I don't necessarily think her covers are always the best. I'm not an art pop stan. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And the cover confuses and disturbs me. Born This Way, I didn't realize that she was the motorcycle. I thought that she wasn't the motorcycle and that she was just riding a motorcycle. But I found out that she was riding a motorcycle, and I haven't been able to unsee it, and it scares me a little bit. I'm so sorry. Stars Born is meh because of how big that text is. The Fame is just too close for it. It just doesn't seem like the spectacle that Lady Gaga is trying to offer, especially on that project. The Fame Monster, however, and Mike also agreed with Geometry. Ooh, that's good. I can put that in an A. I understand. Joanne is that my favorite of hers? It's so simple, but it fits the vibe of that album. I'm gonna put that in an A too. Chromatica, I don't like this album cover. No, I think this is a missed opportunity. And how I can tell you that's a missed opportunity is that the Dawn of Chromatica, the remix album, is an infinitely better cover. I don't know. It's part of, wow, this is so brightly colorful, which makes all the dance pop and the synths and all the electronic parts of it more vibrant and worth it, like in a musical, artistic, aesthetic sense. But then there's also this like teeth or this claws that are coming to get her, which I think really encapsulates the fact that she's trying to dance and go away from her problems through their music. Chromatica is a mental health album, and so it makes sense why she'd be trying to escape. And this cover definitely feels more like the escape, where the other one just feels like she's lying on the ground. I also wish in the original that it wasn't gray and then this weird pink in the middle. I wish the Chromatica logo was more that pink. I just feel like that would flow better. Now we get into Lorde, the one who did the absolute bare nothing on one, followed by absolutely everything. And it's taking way too long to get to the top. And then followed by absolutely nothing again. This Madonna album, Confessions on the Dance Floor, please let me know if you want me to react to that, because I'm still thinking about reacting to that. I haven't ever heard it. But this is a gorgeous album cover, and I feel like I should know what the songs sound like based on listening to it. And if that's the case, then I'm very excited about it. I like this Rainbow. I think that's another Mariah Carey one. I can't really tell because the squares are too small. I don't know how to magnify very quickly. So if you know that shortcut on a PC, let me know. All right, time for a Marina moment. We had Electro Heart earlier. I actually really love the fruit cover. I have no reason to like the fruit cover that much, but I do. I will probably put that in awesome. And then the Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land. No, I don't like it. It does fit the vibe of the album, but I don't like the album as much either. I do know I need to go find Family Jewels. Family Jewels one, it works for it. That's not like my favorite, but it is an album cover. All right, here's time for Miley, and I have thoughts on the Miley covers. Breakout is going straight to awesome. It's not groundbreaking, but it's there. Miley Cyrus Can't Be Tamed. Oh, is that also an awesome, or is that? Let's see, how picky am I being with perfects? Okay, ooh, does that fit there? No, I think that does still fit in awesome. Bangers, it's fine. It makes sense to the aesthetic she was going for, but I don't have to like love it. Miley Cyrus and Her Dead Pets. Enough said. Younger Now, I actually don't really care for that cover either. Sorry. And now let's talk about Plastic Hearts for a second. I love the Plastic Hearts album a lot. I listen to it regularly. It's a very enjoyable listen. I have a lot of standouts from it, even when I'm not listening to the album in full. I do like to listen to. And I think she's one of the best performers and singers of our generation. That said, I have beef with this cover. I don't like that it is pink and black. I've seen the other version. You can get another version of it that's in just regular color scheme. Infinitely better. It shows much more glam. You can see the details much more about how she really made that glam look. And so I think it looks a lot better. I also think it suffers from having the plastic hearts really cut off the image. I don't know how I would feel if it's a square because I really haven't seen it. But I think the first thing you do is you colorize it, and then we can work from there. So for that reason, it has to go into meh, because it really is a missed opportunity for me. I don't think there's a need for it to be all that pink. Now, here comes Megan Thee Stallion. Yep. I think good news is that it's such a single cover. So I'm gonna put it in great, but it's more of a single vibe than an actual full album vibe to me. Fever does its job excellently. And Something for Hotties is probably her best album / mixtape / freestyle archives thing. I do not know why it was reserved for something like that, but it's gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I am skimming through Pink because I don't really listen to Pink all that much. However, the Funhouse cover, ooh, I think that is gonna have to go all the way to perfect. It's perfect for the album. Okay, it is time for Nicki Minaj. Where do we start? Pink Friday, I don't know. It has so much text and like blank space. I don't know. I think that's where it goes. But the cover idea is gorgeous. It makes sense. Pink Print's definitely going where Beyonce's self-titled is. It just makes sense. Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded. I don't know why this is the second album. I don't know why Pink Friday is still in the title. That's mainly my thing. But the cover art is gorgeous for it. So I think it's getting a B mainly because of her face and the color scheme. I love that a lot more. Playtime is Over is one of those covers that reminds me that Nicki Minaj is a very beautiful woman. Queen is another one of those examples. But Queen really just gets its theme down, and because I actually haven't listened to Playtime is Over, I can't put it really up in perfect, but Queen, I can do that. Shoot, I literally forgot what the Nicki Minaj title of this mixtape that got re-released again. Oh, the one with the superhero vibe. I literally don't remember, but it's gonna go into awesome too. Poppy, it's Poppy, I guess. I'll put Am I a Girl in B, yeah. And then, oh shoot, this one, I disagree, that one scares me. Rihanna, Music of the Sun is a gorgeous cover. Yeah, definitely very good. The Lean on Girl Gone Bad, oh heck yes. Rated R is really her so trying to be edgy. She's really trying to be edgy on that. I'll give it an okay. I think the Loud album cover is very iconic. I mean, maybe just because of the red, but also I don't know, her looking down, which is something that's just so common in album covers, it does it justice there. I absolutely love the Unapologetic album cover, by the way. And the Anti album cover is also similarly amazing. Can we just talk about how the Kim Petras Turn Off the Light album cover is absolutely perfect for a Halloween, fun, cute, queer time. Moment for Chloe and Halle to get their Ungodly Hour appreciation because, ooh, good. And also the Have Mercy song, I actually just listened to it again and I actually like it now. I didn't really care for it before, but now with the performances, she does crush it. Okay, I did speed run some of them because, again, some artists I just don't have time to talk about, or I really don't have many thoughts besides my gut reactions. But I decided we should end with Taylor Swift because, ooh, I do love her music so much. Her album covers are hit or miss. I don't think any of them will really go into bad territory, but some of them, a lot of them are great. Actually, the original Fearless one, that one's actually pretty awesome for it. I won't say perfect because it doesn't blow me out of the water, but Taylor Swift is not trying to blow you out of the water with a album cover. She's really normally not. She normally lets her music speak for itself. Speak Now is great. Red is actually an awesome album cover. I do love the Red album cover. That's, I think, because of the nature of what music is on Red, I don't think it can really be considered something that blows me away. 1989 is also something that's just very fitting for it, and so I'm going to put it in awesome as well. It really does the job. I am hoping that 1989 Taylor's version, if it's the Wildest Dreams cover, it would definitely hit the A, but if it's the one this Love one, Reputation fits it perfectly. I want to put it in A, but I don't know. It's too much of a meme for me to put it into iconic, like, or slash perfect, right? I'll put it in A. Lover, it makes sense for the album art. It does. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna put it in great though. I think it gets lost within all the collage of colors of a lot of other artists as well. Folklore, on the other hand, let's try to speed run that to the top. Oh yeah, because I don't know, it fits the vibe so perfectly. Like, you're lost in the woods, but it's so pretty. It feels more than just like a regular black and white photograph. Whatever they did, whatever filter, exposure, whatever is on that is amazing. Evermore, however, and I love Evermore. I think I might like it actually better than Folklore, and I know it's very forgotten, but I love it. It goes into meh, and it's not because I dislike this album cover at all, but when I saw that gorgeous one that's taken from the same photo shoot where it's just tilted basically 90 degrees and she is still like looking out, that one is incredibly perfect. And I just can't say, oh, this is like the best cover, because it's not. And I think a lot of people are like, what the heck is this cover? But I do like it. I think I like the braid part to it. She definitely still gave it a hair, even though she's never performed a single song from this besides Willow that one time at the Grammys. So if she had done that curve, maybe we would recognize it. Maybe Taylor Swift isn't even in this photo. Maybe it is someone completely different, like cosplaying as her, and maybe that's why we don't hear performances of it. I think it's very funny that Mike has both Fearless Taylor's version, one without the lettering and one with it. I do not know why. I'm probably gonna just put them both in the same thing. I think the Taylor's version covers are a little like, I mean, I've gotten used to them in the way of like, oh, if I see the old album cover, even if I really liked it, like as I just told you, I like the Fearless and the regular Red album cover, I just can't ethically like it anymore, which is so sad. But yeah, I don't know. Something about it just feels like not that exciting. Especially when we get into the Red Taylor's version. This is fine. I'm going to put it in the great. However, I'm kind of annoyed that we had kind of gotten that hint of the red shoot. It makes me feel like, again, that she's just leaking it and not making it as special as it could be. I feel like both of these covers have really folklorified as well, and just the vibe of it just feels more indie than she really ever was. And so, I don't know, it feels weird to have, first of all, a completely different cover for the same album, it just doesn't hit the same. But also if I find out that the Speak Now cover is her with that purple cap and that like black and white blazer or suit or whatever that she was wearing during the Folklore Long Pond studio sessions, I'll feel like, oh, you just wanted to get them all out of the way. And I love efficiency for sure. It's not going to do it for me in the same way that, oh wow, it's entirely left field. Another thing that I've realized that's going to really frustrate me is that once we have all the Taylor's versions, the only album of hers that is going to be with words on it is Lover. I kind of wish she just redoes it like on Spotify and makes it so the Lover title is just gone. I feel like that might happen later, or if she really just wants to be defined by the things that she loves, I guess we'll get that. So that was me ranking all the album covers. I'm gonna be slowly scrolling by as I tell you, but we have 16 in the perfects, and honestly, those ones are pretty amazing. I think, is that right? Yeah. Only person who has multiple here is Janelle Monáe. Honestly, iconic for her. I'm happy for her. We have plenty of stellar, awesome album covers that you can see. We have several in the great category as well as several in the meh category, and then only a few. The same amount of in not my thing as the perfect. So it's really a bit on a bell curve, I guess. That makes sense. Wow, look at me using some math terms. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free. I will put the template down in the description as well, so you can pass on if you want to continue this challenge. Let me know which things you were most surprised by, or which ones you agreed with the most. Which album covers from pop girlies are you a big fan of? Please let me know. And I may even do some in the comments that you guys suggest and be like, what do you think of this cover? And I'll let you know. If you like this video, please like it, please comment down below what you to do next on my channel. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be. And thanks for watching. This is TurtleStormer. Catch you later. Get out of the zone.